Alright, so a couple of upsets have happened since the last time I've been on the mic. Mainly B0at going on a crazy run, not only beating Road #1 Sidney Crosby fan, actually just beating Road #1 Sidney Crosby fan. Did that go game 5 or game 4? Do you guys know?
I think that was a 3-0.
It was a 3-0. Oh, okay, option number C there. But now they had to fight one of the final bosses we have left here, okay? UMBC, I like this. There's 2 UMBC, 2 UMD left in this bracket. Of course, UMD representing in grand finals with Turtle King, who, again, need I remind you, opened this bracket by saying, yeah, I'm rusty, I'm gonna go 0-2. He's not rusty.
He actively told me I'm washed.
Yeah. Nah, but let me tell you, that's the dirtiest son of a gun I've ever seen. Unwashed even. But getting into it now, game number 1 here, Nicon versus B0at. Of course, we're going to Small Battlefield, the new PS2. So this is Small Battlefield. Now this is a bit of an interesting matchup. It is very easy to 2-frame Palutena with Puff Nair, and also Puff Side B. But again, Palutena has a lot of things you can do out of that, as in going for that un-2-frameable angle, which is a straight horizontal on the warp. But anytime B0at has to recover low, they're in danger. And speaking of, if they get a jump taken, it's scary. And yeah, down smash, another move I did not consider. It's really good at 2-framing and actually sends at like a negative 30-degree angle. Yeah, right to the bottom corner. I will say though, B0at doing a great job remaining evasive throughout the entirety of this advantage state right now from Nicon, and actually getting some hits in themselves. Nicon sitting at 49, and yeah, the immediate warp to save your resources. Don't try it.
Questions about this matchup, right? These are both characters that excel at being in the air, right? How are both these characters going to try and outmaneuver each other in the air, where basically the air is their battle?
Personally, I prefer the air. Well, the funny thing about that is B0at or Palutena does not need to try to oh, that was really good. Doesn't typically need it to outspace Puff in the air because they have disjoints in the air. Puff has some disjoints, but for the most part, they are a lot worse. So oftentimes, if they do meet in the air and they use a move at the same time, Palutena most likely be the one who wins. Of course, there's a lot of nuance that we are omitting from this analysis right here. But typically, Puff does not like meeting Palu and getting a nair for it. Because of Puff's weight and also floatiness, it is very easy for a Palutena nair string to happen. Alright, but either way, answering right back, and now only 30% on B0at, literally no extra credit, but here we go, 1 down air, only the 1 though. Beautiful STI. Quick word of the wise, so you guys right here, whenever you get, honestly, optimal not teching. If B0at teched, that was a stock. Oh my goodness, the real life tactics right, they're letting out a sonic screech to make sure Nicon does not get that confirmed. Alright, but either way, so B0at now given a second chance at life, actually a third chance at life, because remember that first, they almost got rested on that platform, then almost got rested on that roll in. So what can they do with this newfound vitality? Ooh, missing that backer. Again, right now, Nikon's whole goal is to just get Palutena off stage. Of course, that's the goal in pretty much most Puff matches. Beautiful dash attack, by the way. But this one especially, because typically Puff will be losing these neutral situations. But hey, we were all there for one of the Smash summits where Base Mage took it over Chag, okay? And that was a hot set. Reverse 3-0 fashion. Hungry Box, his screams heard around the world, alright? So it is possible. I really like the patience coming out from B0at too, but that's the second up smash kill. Rare to see these days, let alone in the same game. And as someone who has fallen victim to that Nicon up smash more times than I can count, he is so good at placing it. And again, it is literally the last move you would ever expect a Puff to do, which means that sometimes it just hits. And that's what I mean, that sour pound. Beautiful 2-frame, gonna do it again. Oh, that was the un-2-frameable angle though coming out from B0at. So great defensive play, but still, you took 55 from that. Jigglypuff, not the heaviest character, far from it actually, but still, I don't see a world where Nicon loses their stock anytime soon.
Scenario, nope. He's setting himself up for a lot of really good setups, including rest, or at this point at 85, he could just go for edge guard. He's got to figure out how to not get edge guard himself. The wall explosive flames just coming out.
Yeah, the way to not get edge guard is just burn all 5 of your 5 aerial jumps right there. Still alive though, but can't live another up here. I'm shocked that one missed. Yup. Back here, yeah. It's such a nasty setup. You sit right, like a little bit before roll distance, and you can do nair for neutral get up / jump get up, and then back air for roll. Ah! Save him! Again, if this was last stock, this would be a tense situation, but Nicon, with that cushion of another stock, they're almost as cushy as Jigglypuff during this forward throw animation, bada bing! I love the balloon Pokemon, fun little thing. Oh! Actually almost got that up tilt, but B0at, with the first dash attack we've actually seen this set, catching Nicon off guard, but then the split kick right there, the John Claude Van Damme!
I thought I was gonna die, so I was like,
It's caught on the ledge too long.
Yeah, I think I peeked the mic a little bit with that one. Sorry, folks.
Dearest apologies to all the headphone users.
I didn't
let me know, how did that damn sound?
Well, it sounded good.
Oh, hell yeah. Never mind, I'm gonna keep yelling then. It's okay, I'm not streaming tomorrow. My voice, I'm willing to let it get a little bit hoarse at the end of the day. Yeah, so make sure you guys take a break, but don't you dare take a break within the next hour because there's still Retriever Rumble happening. If I see you step out of your chair, you'll get a personal visit from me, and it will not be a kind one. I better see you guys here. I better see you in this chat, thanking KML and thanking Retriever Rumble. What do you guys have better to do now? Just super aggro, chilling.
We still have the rest of loser semis. We still got losers finals. We still got brand and a potential brand reset. There's a lot of content coming up. Ooh.
Speaking of content, we have B0at returning to the old main, like the green goblin mask. That's gonna be the Inkling cat in purple. I love this Inkling skin, by the way. Purple. What was it? One-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater. That's not what this is, though. Alright, so we'll say the two-frame aspect of this matchup we were talking about, Palutena, is still there, a little bit less, though, but it's... Inkling also not the hardest character to two-frame, and this character a lot more exploitable off-stage all the time. Still, though, so far, that change of pace, because the Palutena was a little bit more patient, you know, waiting to get those near strings. Inkling, B0at's Inkling especially, very aggressive, wants to go in, will maybe camp you out with some of that neutral B shenanigans, but for the most part, they are holding forward. And so Nicon adjusting to the switch of the tempo right there, but hey, just like a conductor, he has adapted. Oh, yeah, but that's the thing, dude. People underrate Splattershot. I actually think Splattershot is one of the best movies in the game. It's so good, especially on Inkling. And that up here, we call that the Booyah. Or is it the Woo Me? It's the Booyah, yeah. Didn't quite take off like the Ding Dong, but hey, it's still there.
At the end of the day, regardless of how you pronounce it, it killed.
Yep. You know, and then of course there's also the oh yeah, that one will do it. That back here will certainly go through that neutral special. Yeah. I think like the best sort of two-syllable named combos we got in the game, it's like Ding Dong, after that's the Hose Mad, you know, down here up smash with Hero Crit.
There's a phrase for that?
Yeah, that's the Hose Mad. And then there's of course Booyah with Inkling. I feel like there should be one more. Oh, missed that tech. There was Woo Me too, that's another Inkling. Is that just the back? I think that's his back air string. Oh well, that's a top discussion for another day. Because right now, we gotta talk about the fact that B0at is actually making this comeback happen. But as I say, the Nicon getting that forward throw, one of the greatest buffs they ever gave to Jigglypuff was changing the knockback angle of that move sensei. You're alive though. No, that should not have killed, even though Puff is light, okay? It is surprising though that Nicon did not mash out. Typically he's mashed a little bit better than that because this man has been fighting Donkey Kong for years. And wow, a little bit of a deflection with that forward air on that splatter bomb. We haven't seen a lot of that. And also, let's talk about these ink reserves right here, because right now, B0at hard-pressed to find a chance to actually get it back. There's no splatter shot on the table. Oh my goodness. All right, there you go. Now you get some ink. Only a little bit, though. And that up air is certainly going to do it. That move, crazy good. It's a fun move. Yeah, and there's that dash that once again aided by that trample, meaning that if it ever has to trade with a move, it will win. What was that? Jackson, I just saw a miniature hero get down smashed. Sorry, I was just looking at that. Anyway.
Yeah, we're having fun over deeply unserious matches happening over on our side, but...
Alright, either way though, this is anything but an unserious match. Both these players, they have the most incredible game routine I've ever seen, okay? They are locked in, looking like the Sphinx right now, both of them.
I'm pretty sure they're at a perfect 45 straight. I'm not kidding.
No, you can do trick with those hypotenuse they got going on their arches. Alright. Getting back into it now, again, very even. These characters have, I think, similar kind of kill potentials where they all have that one big factor being, you know, side B up smash with Inkling and then rest with Puff. So the fact that this is going tit for tat is very in character here. Onto that platform though, look for that back air. Oh, that would have been a shield break if B0at decided to stay there. There you go. Not true because of the added ink and the percent that Nicon was at, but you cannot take another up air, especially on a small battlefield. That's a dash attack though. Some bad DI, but B0at recovers at the very end. That's a drop down nair, but no! Nicon does a jump nair instead of a drop down. Good back throw. Just get off of my stage, set up that spiral shot, make one more thing for Nicon to have to deal with here on the recovery. And I think F tilt will kill. Dash attack misses. That back throw is not going to kill. That move does not kill ever. Yeah, still back throw not going to. Nope. Oh no, bad DI though.
Good shit.
Yeah, Nicon just got mixed on the really quick grab with a couple pummels and then the back throw. And just like that, Boat has evened it up a 1-1 apiece.
If it doesn't kill the first time, try again. Try again.
You've never heard of Staling. Okay.
Ignore Staling. Don't fact check that.
Yep. Alright, same characters as we saw before, but Boat with the palette swap to the other best Inkling Inkling skin with the pink. I love that hat too. I remember, this is the first spirit you fight in World of Light, is that Inkling.
I've actually never played World of Light.
Sacrilege. It's a great time. Everybody should play World of Light, it's peak. Uh-oh. Great DI right there. Nicon just not reading where Boat was going to be sent from that downer, and you're going to be stuck in shield for a while. Well, a while has passed, and just like that, ooh, something I just noticed. So again, Nicon, for those of you who don't know, is my practice partner in this game, my closest friend in the Smash scene. I could tell you right there, he meant to Jer. He did not mean to get sour forward air. And typically when he's messing up his Jers, that's when he might be getting in his own head, might be thinking like, dang, I'm not playing as well as I could be today. But either way, he's not going to let that get to him. And I will say, Boat getting greedy for these roller kills. And Nicon off on the edge guard too. I'm just going to chalk that up to some great drift and great defensive play from Boat. Uh-oh, that's up throw up air. You might be dead. No, but Boat doesn't read the DI. It is actually a hard combo to hit. You only have a couple of frames to actually confirm the up throw into that up air, but I think you can buffer it, but either way, Boat just slightly off on the execution, and because of that, both players now still on their first stock about a minute in. Finally, that up air will be taking, again, that double kick, hitting Nicon in real life with that wins. It is such a strong move. Oh, and who played Peak Music? Wait a second, I love this song. It's Cynthia's theme, and that means it was Nicon who picked it. He loves this song. Woo! And indeed it is, just like that puff forward, you're taking that stock number one, finding off a Boat, but Boat, beautiful little aerial string, and yo, how do you get off a ledge? Oh!
Dare apparently.
Yeah.
Dare.
But the thing is that Dare was supposed to do double duty of getting off a ledge and also getting a lot of damage, but it only did the one. Boat somehow falling out of the combo, but now that should be one more. No, we get a full carry off stage, and Nicon once again too slow. But hey, the longer the set goes on, the less mistakes Nicon is going to be making, okay? They're the kind of player that adapts on the fly. So they noticed they missed that. They noticed that Boat may have drifted in a little bit, rode the stage. We're like, okay, we're going to cover that next time. It's going to work. I love that jab one after the forward air, true, as well. If Boat was asleep at the wheel, that could have been a stock. But up throw, up air, boo, yeah. Ow! Yeah, he got it. And I hope the mic picked that one up, folks. Once again, the Sonic Screech, call him Sonar with that. And just like that, Nicon, once again, back here. The mic pick it up. Yep.
The loudest fuck, dude. I'm so sorry.
Woo. Cosplaying a Re-Dead right now, Jesus. Alright, but hey, to be fair, I would have screamed too if I got hit by that rest. That was a scary rest, a hard call out. 45. Again, the no percents don't really matter too much here. Like, the only thing I can see happening to take a stock at no percents is puff edge guard or puff rest. So I'm actually more scared for Boat when they're at 40% than I am when they're at like 80. Onto the platform. Oh, great tech chase from Nicon again. Just get that damage as much as you can. Oh, that's a down air. Oh no, but messes up the grab. Again, for those of you wondering why they're not doing down air rest, it is a finicky combo that is not true sometimes. Wow, that down tilt. I actually love Inkling down tilt. It's a good move. Kills a 200, by the way. At the ledge. Yeah. Uh-oh, trying to hit it. That's going to be up throw. Not the up air. It is going to be the true combo. And with that, Boat, one game away from taking down the first seed of this bracket and one of the strongest players that UMD has to offer to keep UMBC alive here. But unfortunately, then it's going to be a tough fight to see who either gets their run back versus Turtle King or gets to fight him for the first time between them and Velas. But again, I'm putting the car. I'm counting my chickens before they hatch right now, I explain, because Nicon has taken the game and now has to go through the daunting task of bringing Boat to a game 5 and winning the next 2 in order to keep themselves alive here.
I mean, it sounds very scary, but I think it's very well possible. Nicon was slowly starting to implement new things to try and get Boat to kind of switch up his tone.
But again, I don't know if this tone that he's changing is the pace. Boat really does seem just to be overwhelming Nicon with the offense. So Nicon, either you gotta max out energy or you gotta find a way to stuff it out. And so far, the dare loops are a great way to start. It's gonna be a forward air afterwards. Yup, forward air. No jump too. If he gets this edge guard, drop down nair. No, why are you jumping? Maybe.
73 on the board, almost untouched. He's got a little bit of mid to him, you know? Ooh,
No tech though. Oh, but mistimes it once again. The thing is though, I'm telling you, if this goes to game 5, Nikon's not missing any of these nairs. Alright, yeah, scary spot. Smart from B0at just to use Inkling's superior air mobility to jump out. That back air will be killing. B0at not ready to DI that. Ooh, and that was definitely a misinput of the air dodge right there. And I'm a Nicon believer, but I wanted to see my favorite Inkling combo, which is back air, raw nair, landing raw nair, back air, back air. It's so fun to do, and also to see happen. Another great buff they gave Puff was this sounds like a Dr. Seuss book. Was their buff to jab. Puff jab is actually a very, very good move specifically on their kid. Let me show you why. Because that right there, that jab into the forward air was a true combo, and it could have even been into a jair, which for those who don't know is jab into back air.
Roy from Classic. So how does also work for Jigglypuff?
Oh, that's it. Yep. Yeah, do that up throw up air. B0at missed it a couple times game number 3, but now they are just clean, and I don't know if they're gonna drop it again. So Nicon, you have to watch your ground game. Avoid getting grabbed at all costs once you find yourself at 80-90%, and B0at has a little bit of rage. Actually, yeah, Puff has a lot of parallels with both Chrom and Roy, because also she's one of the 6 characters in this game whose back air turns them around as part of the animation. Can you name the other 3?
Palutena.
Yes. There's one more. Oh, got that nair. But yes, there's one more character outside of Chrom, Marth, Lucina, and Jigglypuff, and Roy that turns around with their back air. It's a hard one. All right, but still, it's actually not. It's not simple. It's very niche, and it rarely comes up in gameplay. But again, we'll pose that question. We'll answer that question at the end of this game right here, because that's another up throw up here. But once again, no rage means no stock. Oh, that would have been a lot of damage for Nicon if they got that falling nair. So B0at, right now, their mind is all about how do I take the stock while taking as little extra credit as possible. Still, as long as you're below 20, you're happy. A run-up up smash might just do it, but now Nickel and diming their way right back into it. That's one down, and that's going to be a lot of damage, 50%. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Going down with the nair is the way you should do it. And suddenly, B0at finds themselves at 89 and in a really awful spot. Another nair sweet spot, and that's it. He's alive. Run off nair? Yeah, that's it. Alright, but to answer the question, the 6th character who turns around with their back air is Min Min. Yup. The thing is, it's such a laggy move, you almost never see it actually happen. If you do, I believe it's both tilt and smash input. With Min Min, with back air, she will be facing the other direction. It just doesn't matter too much because she can attack in both directions, so yeah.
That's even.
Yep. But hey, no, it is trivia.
So game 5, I told you, you can't do it. Starting implementing your drop on there, it did a bunch of favors.
I'll be honest, B0at, I think you should switch back to purple Inkling. It won you that game.
This is true. Picking your own, it's a mental thing, you know, it's a mental thing.
As long as you don't play green Inkling, we're friends. Okay, who's it?
From the green.
I don't like the bandana.
Oh, I thought you hated green.
It's okay. It's like middle of the. Listen, my ranking of colors is exactly how Roy G. Biv is oriented, okay? So, that G right there is exactly the middle. Oh, that's a big whip, but 0%. Optimal. That was actually your best punch, 20% and ink.
Yep.
Actually, you could have done dare into it. Just saying. Because at 0% it wouldn't kill. Oh, you're right, he could have also neutral beat from a distance, just like Bowser Flame Breath that has no knockback from there. But it doesn't do a lot of damage. Oh, true. And then you can run up and jab. I thought it was all my own. It's just nice. No. Once again, quick reminder to everybody that if you're struggling with a count, oh, that was a great back here.
You got this, B0at.
So yeah, and now you can see Nicon is going to take their time now that they've accrued this lead. There's no need to overextend. Inkling, of course, has a lot in their arsenal when you do get in close, but before then, if they're the one to swing first, it's pretty committal. Oh, and gets that chase too! That's not gonna be it though! He got the dog! He would have rested that if it was me. All I'm saying. If that was me, I would have been screwed. There we go, and just like that, 45% only Oh yeah, and Bo got a little bit too overzealous with that charge on the up smash, but only 60%. This is a far cry from every other game, which has been decently close because now Bo is solidly in the deficit.
And the drills come back.
He's gonna go for a rest. Oh, that was
Now
just
you're
something
giving
like
my
that.
ideas.
No, that's why I whispered it. Let me tell you something right now. Something you should know about Nicon, they like finishing in style, okay? And style, they do have. Oh, messes up the shenanigans landing right there. That's when you land with Jigglypuff and pivot, you actually get a really big burst of stage that you just like, kind of slide across. So, he's very good at getting tomahawks with that. The double spot dodge, are you 100 bucks? Ooh, good back here. And yeah, this is looking rough. Alright, forward throw again. Look at the angle it sends out. A straight horizontal and goes all the way out the back here. And a 3-stock to close it out. Nicon will be remaining in the chair. And let's see how they do against the last player in UMBC's arsenal. It's going to be Velas rocking that snake for his, I believe, 6th. What?